भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिनि। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण। I welcome all the devotees for this Ekadashi Japatak. Today is Mokshada Ekadashi. So today we will discuss on how the holy name of Krishna is the constant companion of devotees who are practicing Krishna consciousness or practicing Bhakti Yoga. Now, there are so many shlokas in our scriptures that describe how holy name of Krishna is the constant companion of a sadhaka, one who is trying to advance in the process of Bhakti Yoga. So here is a shloka from Padyavali. Kalyananam nidhanam kalimalamathanam pavanam pavananam patheyam yanmumuksho sapadi parapada praptaye prochamanam Vishramasthanamekam kavivaravachasam jivanam sajjananam Bijam dharmadrumasya prabhavatu bhavatam bhutaye Krishna nama. Kalyananam nidhanam means the holy name of Krishna is the reservoir of all kalyanas. Kalyana means it's like auspiciousness. So holy name of Krishna is the abode of all auspiciousness. Nidhanam means the treasure house. So holy name of Krishna, by chanting the holy name of Krishna, we are creating great auspiciousness to ourselves. Kalimala mathanam pavanam pavananam. Kalimala mathanam is first point. Second point is Kalimala mathanam. Holy name of Krishna can completely destroy the contamination of Kali Yuga. Third is Pavanam Pavananam. Of all the things that are purifying, holy name of Krishna is the most purifying thing. So we may, in this material world, one may try to purify oneself by various Vedic paths, like Vedas, Yajnas. Yesterday we celebrated Gita Jayanti. There, in this one shloka, this comes that Vedeshu Yajneshu Tapassu Chaiva Daneshu Yat Punya Phala Pratishtam Atyeti Tat Sarvamidam Viditva Yogi Param Sthanam Apaiti Chadyam. So, by studying all the Vedas, by doing all Yajnas, by offering charity, doing some tapasya, one may get some benefits according to Vedic scriptures. But by following the Bhakti Yoga process, especially by chanting the holy names of Krishna in the process of Bhakti Yoga, one can get all those things that are promised by Veda, Yajna, Tapa, Karma, and much more than that also. So Bhakti Yogi is not deprived of certain so-called privileges that are available through other paths. Anyways, so Kalimala Mathanam Pavanam Pavananam. One will try to purify oneself by so many methods, but the most purifying method in the spiritual path is the holy name of Krishna. Patheyam yanmumuksho sapadi parapada praptaye prochamanam. So here is the main topic. Patheyam means a devotee is a traveler. He is a traveler who is traversing on the spiritual path. So this path is taking one from the material world to the spiritual world. So patheyam yanmumukshoho, the people who are seeking liberation, saintly people, devotees, they are traversing the path to the spiritual world. Sapadi parapadam means the spiritual realm. Praptaye prochyamanam. So when you are traveling from one place to another place, you need to survive. You need to eat some food on the path also, right? So the food that we need while traveling from material world to spiritual world is the holy name of Krishna. It's our food also. Means we cannot survive on this path to the spiritual world without chanting Krishna's names. Right? Patheyam yanmukshoho. Sapadi parapada praptaye prochямana. Next. Vishramasthanamakam kavivaravachasam jivanam sajjananam. Next point is Vishramasthanamakam. While traveling from one place to another place, we need some Vishram, right? We need to take some rest. So that resting place is also holy name only. So in the traditional times, people would just travel from one place to another place while carrying some luggage. They would walk. They don't have so many vehicles like trains or flights. So they would walk. And when they're little tired, they will go to a small garden and take some rest or sit under some tree, take some rest. So that resting place is also holy name. On our journey from material world to spiritual world, if we have to rest, we can rest by chanting the holy names of Krishna. We have to eat, we can eat by chanting the holy name of Krishna. Kavivara vachasam jivanam sajjanana. So Kavivara vachasam, even great philosophers and saints also are glorifying the process of chanting the holy name. And if you go to a pleasure garden to take rest, there some small birds and they chirp, right? Birds chirp. So here also the pleasure garden of holy name is filled with devotees and saintly people and poets praising the potency of holy name. Jivanam sajjananam. So holy name is like the jivanam, the the life of all good people. Okay. Next, another point here. Bijam dharma drumasya prabhavatu bhavatam bhutaye Krishna nama. Bijam means a seed. Dharma druma means the tree of dharma. So all of us are following the dharma of bhakti. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radhokshaji. Ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. So the supreme dharma of all living beings is to perform bhakti, and the root, the bija, the seed of that bhakti tree is holy name. So by chanting the holy name of Krishna, one can constantly be in touch with Krishna. One can actually perform bhakti yoga. So bhakti yoga is incomplete without chanting the name of Krishna. So prabhavatu bhavatam bhutaye Krishna nama. So this is the potency of the transcendental name of Krishna. It creates divine auspiciousness to everyone. So the essence of this prayer is, it is the holy name of Krishna that stays with us as a constant companion in all our spiritual endeavors. Say somebody is doing deity worship. In the deity worship, one has to chant the holy names of Krishna, isn't it? So you are worshipping the deities, you are offering bhoga to the deities, you are doing arati to the deities, you are dressing them, decorating them. So whatever may be your activity in worshipping the deities, that activity is complete only when you chant the holy names of Krishna. So when you are chanting Krishna, Ram, like even to begin deity worship also, say you are doing achaman. You just entered the deity room, you are just doing achaman. There is chanting of holy names. Keshvaya Namaha, Narayana Namaha, Madhavaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha. Even when you are putting tilak also, you chant the holy name of Krishna. So there's everything that we do as a part of our spiritual practices that involves the chanting, uttering of some name of Krishna, right? So it's our constant companion. We need to recognize that. The last 2 weeks, we have seen how the mind, the distracted mind, the fickle mind, the uncontrolled mind distracts us from the process of chanting. And we also saw actually mind is subservient of the false ego. When because of my false ego, I identify myself with something, as something. And the mind is thinking, feeling, and willing in accordance with that new identity, false ego, right? So accordingly, the person is distracted in chanting. He is not focused on chanting. Okay. So now we are discussing that please understand the importance of this chanting of holy name. So without that, no other process of bhakti is complete. So the chanting of the holy name of Krishna, Rama, Narasimha, Varaha, whatever is there, it's there as the underlying background or foundation, bijam, or the seed of all spiritual practices. So there are 5 potent forms of bhakti, as we know. Rupa Goswami says in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. The first is like say Vaishnava Seva. Next, Dham Seva. Next, Srimad Bhagavatam. Then worshipping the deities. Then chanting the holy names. The holy name is there, one of the important limbs of bhakti. But in the other 4 limbs also, holy name is involved. You are worshipping the deities, you are chanting the names of Krishna. You are opening Srimad Bhagavatam and studying. Bhagavatam is filled with different types of names of Krishna. Right? There's a lot of glorification of holy name of Krishna. So, and even when you are going to Dham, you are actually seeing so many pastime places of the Lord, and you are remembering Krishna, and the names of the Lord are also, names of the pastime places are also connected to Krishna's holy names. And there, what do? Once you go to the Dham, you remember Krishna, you offer obeisances to Krishna, you chant Krishna's names. So, our Dham darshan be complete without chanting Krishna's names? I'll go to Dham and then chant there. The potency of Dham will influence me to chant better, take better shelter of Krishna. Okay. And coming to Vaishnava Seva, so Prabhupada writes very beautifully in Ajamil episode. Ajamil chanted Narayana at the time of death. When the Yamadutas were taking him to Jamalok, Ajamil chanted Narayana, 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 Narayana. Why did he chant? Because he is attached to his son. His son's name is Narayana. So that attachment to his son, whose name is Narayana, took him, or at least saved him from going to hell. And eventually he did bhakti and then he went to Vaikuntha also. The point is, he called out the name of Narayana because his son is Narayana. Now, if you see in Vaishnava, amongst the Vaishnava community, every single Vaishnava, every single devotee has a spiritual name. Okay. So when they take to the path of Bhakti Yoga, they are initiated by a spiritual master. They are given a spiritual name, Krishna Das, Ramadas, Govinda Das, or Radha Dasi. So like that, they are given different spiritual names. While serving Vaishnavas, you constantly remember their names. You constantly call them out. Okay. So Krishna Prabhu or Rama Prabhu, so like that, Radha Charan Prabhu, so like that you keep calling them with their names. There also there is chanting. By rendering service to Vaishnavas and by uttering the names of Vaishnavas, by remembering the Vaishnavas, there is remembrance of Krishna's name. Krishna's name is involved there. So there's whether when someone is traveling from material world to spiritual world, on the way, like there is constant chanting of the holy names. Whether you are working hard while serving Krishna and serving Vaishnavas, there is chanting. Whether you are taking rest, there is chanting. You are tired, you did a lot of seva, hard work, and you sit to take some rest. While resting, some soothing kirtan is going on. There also holy name is there. So the holy name of Krishna is present in every aspect of our spiritual life. There is one more beautiful shloka. Yoga shrutyupapatti nirjanavana dhyanadhasambhavita Swarajyam pratipajya nirbhayamami mukta bhavantu dvijah Asmakam tu kadamba kunja kuhara pronmiladindivara Shrenishyamaladhama namajushatam Janmastu lakshabadhi Yoga shrutyupapatti nirjanavana. So there may be some people who are going to nirjanavanas. Nirjanavana means the vanas, the forests where there are no people. So they go to nirjanavanas, they go to solitary forests and dhyanadhasambhavita, and they are doing dhyana. They absorb themselves in some meditation, okay, doing some ashtanga yoga, dhyana yoga, yoga mishra bhakti, etc. Swarajyam pratipajya nirbhayamami mukta bhavantu dvijah. Let them attain great results of their dhyana. Let them even attain liberation. I have no problem. Let people do some dhyana and attain moksha. Okay. But as far as I am concerned, asmakam tu kadamba kunja kuhara pronmiladindivara. As far as I am concerned, I am not excited with liberation. I am not excited with Swarajya, sovereignty over all the planets of this world. What I am excited with is to chant the names of Krishna. So here a very beautiful comparison is coming. Kadamba kunja kuhara pronmiladindivara. Just imagine a forest of Kadamba trees. And in the middle of that garden, there is a nice lake. So Kadamba trees have Kadamba flowers which are yellowish in color, golden yellow in color. So the Kadamba Kiljalka just falls in the lake, and the lake is filled with nice lotuses. Okay. So just imagine a lake in the midst of Kadamba trees, and that lake is filled with so many flowers, lotus flowers, and clear transparent waters. And it is also topped by the Kadamba pollen that is falling from top. So it's a combination of yellow, blue, dark color, right? Shrenishyamaladhama namajushatam Janmastu lakshavadhi. That Kadamba forest, that lake in the midst of Kadamba forest, decorated with yellow pollen, resembles or is outsmarted by the beauty of Krishna. Krishna also is in dark complexion. Krishna also wears yellow pitambar. There's his beauty outsmarts the beauty of Kadamba forest filled with lotuses and water, crystal clear, transparent waters. So let me spend my time and invest my money, invest my energy and concentration on chanting the name of such a person who is so beautiful. Right? Janmastu lakshavati. Even after lakhs and lakhs of lifetimes, I just focus on chanting the holy name of Krishna. So to this degree, a devotee prefers to constantly chant the holy name of Krishna, and we all have that potency within us to relish holy name to this degree. So this is the preference of devotees. So in comparison to liberation or Swarajya, some kind of attaining some great privileges, chanting the holy name of Krishna is considered a more fortunate and most fortunate engagement. We will spend hundreds and thousands of births just by chanting the holy name of Krishna. Okay, so this is there are a few thoughts about chanting the holy name. So today we just mainly covered that chanting of the holy name of Krishna is there as the background process while doing any spiritual activity. Any spiritual activity is complete only with chanting the name of Krishna. So when the chanting of the name of Krishna is not present, our spiritual activities remain incomplete. Okay, so let us take shelter of that holy name which is a constant activity in all spiritual activities. Thank you very much. Harinam Prabhu ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I'm sorry for the delay caused today because of some reason. And 7 o'clock I have another class, Ratnamala class. Hare Krishna Mataji, I may not be able to take your question. If it's quick, you can just ask. I have another class.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, to take my question. Prabhuji, I wanted to ask, I've heard, hear a lot about fall down, pathan jab ho jata hai. So waking up in the morning, if we are not able to waking up in the Brahma Muhurta and chant in Brahma Muhurta, is that a sign of fall down?
Actually, it depends on the circumstances. So somebody worked so hard and he's tired, he's sick. One may not be able to get up early in the morning. But if it's like a habit, then one is not inclined to wake up despite having the ability to wake up, then it's little flaw. But actually, it's not necessarily a fall down. So fall down does not depend on the time of your getting up. So getting up early in the morning and chanting in Brahma Muhurta time is definitely very beneficial, and we can chant better, we can focus on the holy name better. But for some reason, if one is unable to get up, it's not it's not like a fall down actually. Fall down is to lose taste for chanting the holy name itself. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. We'll meet next Ekadashi. Hare Krishna.